Hey guys, it's Saturday. The guys are here. Sorry about the sun glare. They're splitting on the SHO. We do have a four-way on it because I split all the nice stuff with the box wedge already, and they're splitting some pretty ridiculous rounds. And it's not even loud splitting at the house, but you can hear the crack from some of these knots and dry ash we're splitting. So I have the VS warming up over here. And the conveyor is piling over here. This is going to be our biggest challenge. We're going to have to move everything up because I knocked the pile down, but we're going to catch up to the conveyor pretty quick. So I'm going to try and push it down a couple times before we have to move, but I guess we're going to have to see. And the VS, I would like it going to the conveyor, but because we're moving so much and we're splitting so much, it's just too much to move around. So I'm leaving the VS over there. I'm going to help the guys get rid of this pile that's been laying here for, I don't know, 2 weeks now. And then I'm going to come over here and start cutting. And this is pretty much ash all to about here. Let's see, here's oak, right about here. So we're going to try and split all this today. Some of the bigger rounds I'm going to split with the Versa split. So we might not get to them today because I do have the grapple on the MT100. I got the fire lit for lunch. As the day goes, I'll keep giving you guys updates, but we got to get a lot of work done. And that's the reason why the box wedge is not on. We actually, on the last ash round, it spiraled, the grade was spiral. We actually stopped. Guys, even on the VS, we're splitting some acid stuff. This nasty. This all goes into the boiler wood coat over there. Alright guys, so we made it through all the rounds. There's still a little bit of pile over here that I'm going to move closer to the guys with the grapple, but we made a ton of garbage. We only got this much bundle wood and that much bundle wood off the VS. I made a full tote of scraps and almost a half. The guys made a full tote of scraps. So it took an hour and a half for this pile, and it was a little longer just because all the junk wood and everything. So I'll probably, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to cut these ones I have over here first just so I have a trail through to get to the other pile, and then we'll work on the bigger rounds of ash and just keep going. It's getting hot out. Bring my mini tuck truck out, and I use this as a work table, and I got the 661 and the Husky 572. We got oil, gas, a couple things, and this works. It's just nice to have a workstation while we're working. So the guys are pretty much out of wood now. They have 3 logs left, and I'll probably let them take a break. I'll start cutting. Once I get a big pile, I'll start the VS and do it all over again. And we'll probably stop around 11:30 for lunch. We'll cook up some lunch and then we'll get back to it, and probably only work to 2 because it is Saturday, and spend some time with the family. And I'm going to be in Boonville next weekend. So I'm taking off Friday, so that's why the guys are kind of working today to make up that day. They're going to be off Friday. So it'll just work out, and then the cooler days we'll probably start processing wood. We're still cutting a lot of lawns and stuff like that, but just keep moving, keep being busy. And the sun's coming up over the trees. I don't know if you can see the glare, but we're catching up to the conveyor with that pile. So I'm gonna probably kick it down a couple times and then we're gonna have to move everything up. But I'm gonna start cutting right here. Having the dual cylinders on the grapple and the mini, I could grab 3 no problem. If I just had 1 cylinder coming down, it would probably grab these or maybe just 2, and then obviously this one would fall off. So I can grab a lot more at once, bring it over here, and it's just been working out absolutely awesome. I grabbed some big rounds for the VS to make some bundle wood. Guys, this dry ash is no joke. The guys are literally stopping the machine with the 4-way. And that's another reason we're not pushing through the boxway. As you can see, it's dry. It's not perfectly straight. It's a straight round, but it's pretty funky. Go make nice bundle wood. Like this. Perfect. Let's put some on the VS and see the VS push through it. This isn't the ash. This was a cutting block and I had this over here. I didn't split it before. Get this one out of the way. Get a big ash one on it. Silver. Let's get this ash up. funky towards the outside of the round. I don't know. Ash is done. So I cut the big rounds. I used a 661. I only used it for about 4 or 5 rounds, and I did put them over here because I'm going to break them down with the Versa split. So probably when I'm in Boonville next week, that Sunday, 7:30 a.m., that will be the video with the Versa split and the old splitter, the skid steer splitter. I'll put that along in the video so you can check it out. And I'm going to go make lunch. So the guys are still splitting some of the big rounds here, and you can see the pile is pretty much at the top of the conveyor. So, but we got to knock that down. I'll probably knock it down before lunch, but we got to knock that down just so we don't get a jam in the conveyor. And this is what the guys got. And like I said, these big rounds are going to leave. This one has a big knot in it, but I'll cut this with the smaller saw, and then everything else I'll cut with the smaller saw. Yeah, everything else will cut with the smaller saw. So we made some progress. We got the big ones out of here. So let's go make lunch, and we'll see what happens after lunch. It's getting hot out. All right, guys, so we got really good embers. It's hot. And whew, and clean the grate a little bit and cook. We got corn, some pork chops, and some sausage, hot sausage. Lower it down. Oh, lost one. Now we're good to go. All right, guys, after lunch, we got right back to work, and this is how far we got on the ash. So I got these cut up here, but pretty much from all of these to about there. That's where there's locust and oak underneath. That's oak. So we got a lot done. And the guys are still splitting. Here's some of the rounds I cut. I'm done cutting for today. It's hot. So, and I put some cookies by the VS because it just goes into the boiler tote. And we're gonna go up there right now. I keep knocking down the pile so we didn't have to move everything up. But guys, we got a giant pile of scraps. Look at it. Giant pile of scraps. So, here we go. Look at the conveyor. So there's a little pile here. It wasn't too big. But over here, I keep going up there, and I went probably about 4 or 5 times, and I'm pushing the wood back so we don't jam in the conveyor, because we're about to jam right about maybe now. So the sun's bright, so I don't know if you can see it. And then with the VS, I split a big pile here. I don't know how much I split. Maybe I probably split a cord. I didn't get too much bundle wood. The guys aren't getting too much bundle wood. We got 1 full tote of bundle wood, and then I got that, and he started on that. So he actually just found some bundle wood right now. So I'm gonna climb to the top of this pile without breaking my neck. I'm gonna try. And here we are. I turned the conveyor off so I don't get hit in the head. I'm trying to get up here. And this is how we get jammed when we hit the top like this. So we're pretty much done. I'm gonna knock all this down, let them split whatever is left on the log lift. And guys, we're gonna go home. I appreciate everyone watching. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. It's not gonna be too long because we got work done. I didn't feel like recording too much. And I didn't even record a short. So thanks for watching. And if you're going to Boonville next week, say hi. I should be at the Wolf Ridge tent a decent amount of the day. And next week on Sunday, 7:30 a.m., you'll see the Versa split video. I'm going to get that done later on next week before I go to Boonville. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you, and take care.